Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mahtomedi High School here in the Performing Arts Center. Tonight is a great evening, a changing of the seasons as we roll into our first jazz band concert of the evening. My name is Mike Moeller. It is my pleasure and an honor to serve this community as the high school instrumental music educator. And this group you hear in front of you is made up almost entirely of 9th graders, and we have one 10th grader who loves making music so much she's here joining us on Thursday mornings. This is Jazz Band 2. You heard them open up with a tune made famous by The Who, Who Are You? So the next piece is one that's by a trumpeter and educator, Jim Cifelli, a nice little shuffle chart entitled Straight Up. You'll hear some solo work by Matthew Bennett on the trumpet. The final selection for this group features another more rock-style chart made famous by the band Gautier, the little piece entitled Somebody That I Used to Know. Really quick, too, Just a quick reminder that if you are new to the jazz program here at Mahtomedi High School, we are fortunate enough to have three jazz ensembles, two that meet in the morning, one that's composed almost entirely, like I said, of ninth graders, Jazz 2. This second group is composed of upperclassmen entitled Jazz 1.5. That is something I inherited when I took over because the upperclassmen did not want to be referred to as Jazz 3, I guess, way back when that got started. And then we also have Jazz 1, which is a curricular ensemble that meets during the school day. Saxes, you can have a seat if you're ready to go. All right. But that's a little bit about our jazz program. The great thing is maybe you know a friend or neighbor that should be up here that's a ninth grader or is going to be an upperclassman. They are welcome to join this programming throughout the year whenever they can fit it in. I know there's a few more students in ninth grade who have talked to me about coming and joining the fun and making music together and growing as part of these ensembles starting already on Thursday. Again, this group is fortunate enough to meet with me on Thursday morning. So we will now close with somebody that I used to know. Tonight, Tonight, you have the opportunity to hear from some very special folks who have worked very, very diligently at getting a major project going in our community that's going to greatly impact our performing arts students. There's a wonderful, wonderful group of people volunteering their time forming what is called the Zephyr Performing Arts Foundation, or ZPAF for short. And tonight you're going to have the opportunity and privilege of hearing from Bev Farraher and Kelly Olson, two wonderful, wonderful board members. They are here to share with you some great information about the good work that this group is doing already in our community. And so I'm going to turn the mic over to them at this time. Please welcome Bev Farraher and Kelly Olson.
Thank you, Mr. Muller, for letting us have this time to give you a brief update on the Zephyr Performing Arts Foundation. My name's Bev Farraher, and my husband Kevin and I back there had two students in Mahtomedi High School who were involved in concert and symphonic band, pep band, jazz band, and pit band. And while both girls have graduated now, they remain very, very appreciative of all their great music experiences.
And I'm Kelly Olson. I have three sons here at Mahtomedi High School, two of whom are very active in the band program. And I see my mom back there taping, so I gotta say hi, Mom. I love that they have band every day. It's somewhere where they can go and be with their friends, doing something they really enjoy, and giving their brain a different way to be active. It's very stressful to be a student nowadays, and I think band is an outlet for them, and I love that they're gonna be able to continue that on when they leave Mahtomedi High School.
And I'm sure they will. And as Kelly mentioned, this is a very important thing for us, and we feel very, very strongly about it. So a bunch of us got together this past, well, it's been going on for quite a while that we've been talking about it, but we got together this last fall to put together the Zephyr Performing Arts Foundation, which is intended to support the arts, the performing arts here in this district. And this district does support the performing arts, and we're very appreciative of that. There are many goals. Despite the basic support that the Performing Arts Foundation, the Performing Arts Program gets, and Kelly's going to walk through a couple of our foundation goals.
Okay, so just speaking in broad terms, one of the things we would like to do is take over the fundraising responsibilities that now fall on the teachers. If we can take that away from them, it frees up more time for them to be able to design and implement new and exciting things in our program. So we'd like to help with that. And we'd also like to work at creating a database of volunteers, and then we'd use those volunteers for things with helping with the fundraisers or events like tonight. We've got a lot of volunteers ushering and welcoming you into the lobby, and to provide a better experience for the people who are participating up here on the stage and those of you who are out there enjoying it in there. We would also like to reach out beyond the walls of Mahtomedi High School, the middle school, the elementary schools, to the broader community and get them involved, because a lot of them are music and performing arts enthusiasts as well, and they could offer things to our program, and we can offer back to them. And the last goal I wanted to speak to is our students. We want them to feel supported and appreciated for the wonderful talents that they provide. We'd like them to know that they're going to be able to use this skill of theirs through their whole life, and I think that was all I wanted to say. Thank you.
So those are powerful goals, and we hope that you can be a part of those. Another way that you can be a part of those goals is participating in donations. And we have donation boxes out in the lobby, and we appreciate the support we've already gotten this year for past concerts. So the donations from past concerts have purchased plungers for the trombones, a combination synthesizer electric piano, a bass amplifier, and concert band music. So the donations from tonight will be going towards new charts for the jazz bands. And depending on how we do, we can go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new charts for these wonderful, wonderful students. So we're really hoping that you think about that and you consider what you can help us accomplish. So ZPAF is just getting started. We're really excited to have you be a part of it, and we hope that we have you participate as a volunteer or in any way that works for you and your time. And we thank you, Mr. Muller, for our time here.
That band opened up with one of my favorite charts for a big band, a little piece entitled Moanin' by Bobby Timmons. You may recognize the title Moanin' and you may think, well, where's the Barry sax solo? Well, the Barry sax solo piece is by Charles Mingus, another great Moanin' in the jazz canon. All right, but tonight you heard Bobby Timmons' version. You heard from soloist Lauren Hom on the piano, Al Toure on the trumpet, and Jonah Shimnowski on the tenor sax. You know, it was great to have the ZPAF wonderful board members up here tonight. Just another wonderful way that this community is going above and beyond to support our performing arts. Currently and almost ready to begin across the parking lot over at the middle school. We've been impacted greatly this year by another facet of this community and their support of the performing arts, and that's the Wildwood Artist Series. The grant or the residency program this year has fallen to the instrumental music programs in grades 6 through 12 at Mahtomedi Public Schools. And our clinician, our wonderful resident clinician from the Twin Cities here that is about ready to get to work with these students. Coming up next week is a guy named Dr. Scott Agster. Scott Agster is a phenomenal educator, human being, trombone player, plays in the group Salsa del Sol, Jack Brass Band, Nookie Jones, and a whole bunch of others. If you go to anything at the Ordway or any of the big theaters in town, he's usually sitting in the pit playing the trombone part too. We'll be here working with these students because of that grant. So a huge thank you to the Wildwood Artist Series and their residency grant program. And just a huge thank you to the Mahtomedi community. Tonight, the next piece you'll hear from us is going to hopefully warm things up a little bit when I stepped outside to run and get program paper for tomorrow night. Ooh, I'll put that shameless plug in right now. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in these very seats, on this very stage, you have another performing arts opportunity with our neighbors over to the west a little bit. Century College Concert Band will be here sharing the stage with our symphonic band in a wonderful, wonderful community performance that shows that music can happen as long as you want it to in your life. So if you can make it to be with us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. right here, the music will be hot and so will the room and the company will be great. So if you can make it out for that, that'd be great. Now back to this concert, and our next piece is a little bossa entitled Lookin' South. Our final selection for Jazz 1.5 this evening will have you humming it all the way home. Here is Leapfrog. Welcome to the final portion of the concert tonight. This is Jazz Ensemble 1. This group meets every day during the day as part of their curricular offerings here at Mahtomedi High School. That was a piece made famous by the Thad Jones Big Band, a little piece entitled Us. You heard from Ben White a little bit on guitar, not on piano yet, maybe someday, but currently on guitar. This next piece that we're going to get into is maybe a tune you recognize with a little bit different Latin setting. Tonight, this group features a lot of music that will have you, they're great tunes. You'll be humming them all the way home. It's music to warm you up. This next one, My Little Suede Shoes, like I said, is a great standard chart in the jazz repertoire. And this is a newer arrangement, and features a few soloists. And without further ado, here's My Little Suede Shoes. when we pulled out this next piece to work on this fall, I think I had them nervous that we would also be taking dancing lessons. This piece is one of Piazzolla's most famous tangos. Here is our version of Liber Tango. Next on the program is a newer arrangement, or a newer chart in itself, by Matt Harris, who's a phenomenal next generation big band composer, jazz musician. Features various soloists throughout the band. We're going to slow it down a little bit. Here is Prayer Meetin'. Currently at Mahtomedi High School, we have the great honor of having a student teacher in our midst from the University of Northwestern St. Paul. And tonight he makes his conducting debut as a Zephyr, leading Jazz Ensemble 1 in a tune that he has worked up with them since he's joined our ranks a few weeks ago. And we're so happy he's here, so happy to help him along his life's journey on this great road to music education. Please help me welcome to the stage Mr. Anthony Corpy.
Evening, everybody. Thank you so much. I want to say this is my my first time being at this event here called, what was it? I might say Jazz at the Chautauqua. This is Jazz Night at the Chautauqua. It's so fun. I've been sitting right down here and enjoying myself. Hey, if you guys have been having fun tonight, can you make a little bit of noise for these folks? This has been good. This has been good. So I want to say a personal thank you to Mr. Moeller and Mrs. Nickleby here for welcoming me into the jazz program at Mahtomedi. Also, huge thank you to the students. Been a lot of fun. We're going to turn it up a little bit here with a tune called Back Burner. You're going to hear the trumpet section there and be spitting a little bit of improvisational fire, so you'll know when you hear it.
We've got one more for you this evening, but before I get to that song, and there's some very important words that need to be said from the stage here, and I'll be brief as I can be, but first of all, thank you to all of you in this community that continue to support the performing arts, and maybe you're a performing artist, maybe you're just the neighbor who loves music and you're here tonight, or you were at the musical 2 weeks ago and you just love supporting students in performing arts. You are all valued, you are all what makes this happen for our students, and for that we all, including myself and all the educators here at Mahtomedi, I can't say enough thanks. So thank you to our greater community for your constant support of the performing arts here tonight. As that community comes this way to support these students, thank you to parents, families, everybody who makes early mornings and late nights happen. Thanks for adding one more night to your family calendar, and that includes music in this case tonight. I can't say enough thanks to all of you, and to all of you, the students. All those students over there take on something extra every time they come to jazz band. These students, many of them, and if you read the program, you'll see their names in those groups as well. But a huge thank you to the students and to all our families this evening who are here with us tonight supporting this. And then thank you to our administration that helps make this happen every day. Our superintendent who's here this evening, Dr. Barb Dufferin, is in the audience tonight, so thank you and welcome to our community. We're glad you're here and we're so excited that you're part of all of this, so thank you very much, Superintendent Dufferin. Thank you. Additionally, our building level administration, Kathy Nickleby is here tonight, Luann Wagner, Aaron Forsyth, all of the front office staff, our school board, and also our music colleagues, K-12 here in this district. Some of you are in the audience tonight. Thank you for your support. Huge thanks to Chad Garles and Joan Fitch here at the high school. Additional thanks tonight to our event production class who are tonight making this happen back there. I know Eric Payne has done a lot of great work on microphones, and I don't know who all is back in the booth, but thank you to all of those students who are here tonight making this happen, and just a huge thanks to this entire community for all you do to support the arts here. So thank you very much. And to close, a tune made famous by Chicago. We hope it does. Here's Make Me Smile.